Good morning to everyone. So today we are going to see about the example programs of decision control statements. So first we are going to see about the if statement. So in that I am going to assign the number equal to 3 and then I am just checking the if statement. If number is greater than 0 then it is printing as positive number, and then after the loop gets after the loop gets failed, then obviously the next print statement will be printed. So I am going to execute this program. So when I execute this program, 3 is a positive number after checking the loop, and then after coming out from the loop again, from the print statement, this is printed as this is always printed. uh, and then next we are going to see the one more example program for the if statement. So in the if statement, we have a if else block is there. In the if else block, what I am going to do is I am just going to get the number from the user at the runtime, and then I am going to check in the if block if the number is greater than or equal to 0. If the number is greater than or equal to 0, then again it enters inside the if block. If number is equal to 0, then obviously it print as 0, or else it will be printing as positive number. If any of this condition is not satisfied, then directly it comes to the else part to print that number as negative number. So this I am explaining the part of with the if and then else block statement. So when I execute this set of code, I'll be giving the number as 6.8 6.89. So then obviously when it checks for the condition, it will be printing as it is a positive number. So if I give a negative number, I am executing the same program, and then if I give it is in the form of a negative number 0.967, then obviously it is a negative number. So this is about the if else part. So when I come with the nested if, when I come with the nested if part, so this is about the nested if part. So here the number I am giving the value as minus 4.5. It checks the condition. Again, if the condition is not satisfied, it comes to the else if. Again, if it's not satisfied, then directly it comes to print the else part. Here the number I have assigned as minus 4.5. Then obviously the first condition will be as failed because minus 4.5 is not greater than 0. So it comes to the else if part, so that it will be printing as minus 4.5 is equal to 0 if condition is false. So it comes to print the else part as it is a negative number. So I am going to execute this program. So when I execute this program, minus 4.5 is a negative number. So when I try with the different value of the number as number is equal to 0, so then I could get the output as it is equal to 0. So similarly, when I am trying with the positive number, when I am trying with the positive numbers, number is equal to 3.4, the number equal to 3.4, then I should get as it is a positive number. So I am getting the output as the positive number. So next we are going to see about the while loop. So in the while loop, the example program I have taken as to add the sum of n numbers. I am getting the value from the user at the runtime, and then some variable is initially assigned as 0, and then counter variable of I is assigned as 1, and then I am checking with the while loop as while less than or equal to n. So loop obviously start with the counter variable of I equal to 1 and checks the loop until the condition satisfied with the n value what you have got from the user at the runtime. So to add the values, I am using the statement as sum equal to sum plus I, and then to increment the I variable, I am just using the I equal to I plus 1. So obviously when the loop begins with I equal to 1, and then assume your n equal to 5. So 1 less than or equal to 5 condition true, and then the initial sum value is 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Sum value will be as 1, and then I will be incremented by 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. Again it comes to the while loop to check the condition 2 less than or equal to 5, condition is true. So likewise the loop will be repeating up to your n value is 5 get satisfied. So when your n is of 6, 6 equal to I, that means I is of 6, 6 is less than or equal to 5, condition is failed. So the last updated sum value will be printed. So I am going to execute this program now. So when I execute this program, by giving n equal to 5, the total sum is of 15. So similarly, when I am trying with the static input, I am specifying the n value directly. I will be getting the output as, so when I am giving as n equal to 10 directly, then the sum value is of 55. So now we are going to see with the program as with while else, the example program for while else. So in the while else, what I am doing is I am assigning the counter variable as 0, and then I am going to check that whether I am presenting inside the loop or not. So if a condition is satisfied, it print as inside the loop. If it is not satisfied, then it goes directly to the else part to print as it is inside else. So I am going to execute this program. So it prints as 3 times as inside loop and then 1 time as inside else. So how far this loop will be beginning is with the counter variable as 0, 0 less than 3. Then obviously how many times the condition will be executed is, for counter is 0 and then counter variable 1 and then counter variable 2, the loop will be executing. So this what happens with the while else. So next we are going to proceed with the for loop. So when I am proceeding with the for loop, so this is about the for loop. So for loop, I am just going to add the sum of the values which is stored in the list as number is equal to, and then these are the values which have been I am been specifying statically. So and then some variable is assigned as 0. So for loop, the syntax is that variable and then using in keyword, and then I am giving an again the variable as numbers. So inside that, what are all the numbers are there, it will be stored in the index values starting with 0 to till the last. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that till the end, the index value with the corresponding values will be stored. So now when it comes with the for loop, the value will be the value in numbers. So it means that at the 0th index in numbers, so it will be taking the corresponding value as 6. So 6 in numbers. So 6 in number is yes, the condition is true. Then it will be added with the sum value as 0. So 0 plus 6 will be a 6. Then obviously it will be incrementing to iterate over the loop. So the next value will be as 5. So 5 in numbers condition true. So again sum equal to the previous sum value is 6. 6 plus 5 will be as 11. 11 will be updated in the sum. So likewise it happens up to till the value of 11 is added with the previous sum value. So after finishing that, so when it comes to begin with the next, after the 11, the loop will be getting failed, and then it comes to the print statement to print the total sum value. So the sum value is of 48. We will be getting it. So next we are going to see the one more example program for the for loop. So for the for loop, the one more example program what I have given here is that, so I am taking genre, and then inside that 3 values have been stored: pop, rock and then jazz. So the list is created, and then I am going to iterate over it. So this is a list which I have created. So for I in range of, so length of genre, totally 3 items are there, so length is 3. So for I in range of 3, so totally 0, 1, 2, so totally 3 items will be displayed. So print I like, so this string will be displayed along with that genre of I. So it starts with 0, so genre of 0 is pop. After that corresponding value will be printed I like pop, and then when it iterate over the loop, the next thing will be I will be incremented as 1. So 1 in range of 3, condition is true. So the next thing is that genre of 1 will be as rock, I like rock. So obviously when I is incrementing, I will be as 2. 2 in range of 3, condition is true. Obviously it prints I like jazz. So when I execute this program, I will be getting as I like pop, I like rock and then I like jazz. So one more program for the for loop explanation. So in the for loop, I am just giving the syntax. Along with that, I have specified the range. So in the range, the first thing will be the beginning value, and then the last thing will be the ending value. And then one more thing is that you can give that how many times it need to increment. So if I am specifying like this, so this is the starting part of your iteration, and then there is an ending part of your iteration before that, but it won't print the 5, that is before the value of 5 is 4, up to that it will be ending, and then each times it will be incrementing by 1. So let me check with this the output. So I am going to execute this code. So I will be getting as 1 2 3 4. So 5 is not printed. So the same code can be done like this. So directly I am going to give as 5. So up to starting with 0 to 4 it will be printing, 5 won't be printed. So when I execute this code, I will be getting as from 0 to 4 it is printed. So when I need to make the initial from where we need to start, and then where we need to end, and then how many times it need to increment, then it will be printing as 1 3, after that 3 5. So it is incremented by 2. So when I execute this, I will be getting as 1 3 and 5. So this what happens with the for loop. Thank you.